Good morning, my dear students. I welcome you to online English classes. In previous class, we started a new chapter from your book Beehive. That is chapter 7. And the name of the chapter is Packing. Written by Jerome K. Jerome. Before we forward to the chapter, we just recall the chapter. The title of the story is Packing. As I told you in previous class that this story is about three friends, Jerome, Harris and George. This story is an extract taken from three men in a boat. Here Jerome is the narrator himself and writes the experiences. Here Jerome, the narrator, felt pride on his packing. Three friends decided to go on a holiday. He offered to do packing. Just he liked packing. George and Harris, his friend, were impressed by that. And they feel relaxed that the narrator would do the packing. But the narrator had intended that George and Harris would pack. And he would boss over them. That means he wanted to rule upon them. When they relaxed, he was irritated. People's not doing anything greatly irritated him. He couldn't sit still and see others working. He would enjoy getting up and overseeing other working. After then, he hated seeing people doing nothing when he was working. The narrator started the packing. He had finished packing in a short time. Harris told him that he had forgotten to put the boots in. At that time, he opened the bag and packed the boots in. He was going to close it. Just then he had an idea. Had he packed his toothbrush? He had some wild memories with his toothbrush. He turned everything out, but he couldn't find the toothbrush. He found brushes of George and Harris more than 18 times over. But he couldn't find his own brush. So he put the things back one by one. Then he found the toothbrush inside a boot. That time he feel relaxed. After then again he repacked the things once more. Now we start the chapter. We continue. When I had finished, George asked if the soap was in. I said I didn't care a hang whether the soap was in or whether it wasn't. And I slammed the bag shut and trapped it and found that I had packed my spectacles in it and had to reopen it. It got shut up. Finally at 10:05 p.m. and then there reminded the hampers to do. Harry says that we would be wanting to start in less than 12 hours time and thought he and George had better to do the rest. And I agreed and sat down, and they had a go. Now here, what's the meaning of didn't care a hang? That means show no concern or interest. Slammed, that means shut the lid loudly. Hampers, basket used to carry food utensils, etc. Pouch, a small bag. Now, when Jerome closed the bag, George asked if the soap was there inside or not. As Jerome was impatient, he replied that he wasn't concerned if it was there or not. Closed the lid and strapped the bag. Then he realized that he had packed his spectacles in it too and had to open it again to get them. Finally, the bag was closed at 10:05 p.m. Then they had to pack the food basket. Harry says that as they were left with less than 12 hours to leave, they should pack the basket as well. Harris decided that the food basket would be packed by him, and George and Jerome agreed to take his turn for some rest while his friend packed the basket. They begin in a light-hearted spirit, evidently intending to show me how to do it. I made no comment. I only waited with the expectations of George Harris is the worst packer in the world. And I looked at the piles of plates and cups, and kettles and bottles and jars, and pies and stoves and cakes and tomatoes, etc. And I felt that the thing would soon become exciting. Now, what's the meaning of light hearted spirit? That means to be cheerful. Evidently, that means clearly or obviously. Exceptions, that means a person or thing that does not follow the general rule. Now, George and Harry started packing the hampers in a happy mood. They wanted to show Jerome that they would pack well. Jerome waited for them to create a mess because he considered Harris to be the worst packer in the world. Jerome looked at the piles of plates, cups, kettles, bottles, and the jars, the pies, the cakes, and tomatoes, which had to be packed into the hamper. He thought that as the boys would mess up, it would be an interesting thing to watch. It did. They started with breaking a cup. That was the first thing they did. They did that just to show you what they could do and to get you interested. Now the scene became interesting as they broke a cup at the start. Jerome says that they broke up the cup to indicate that they could do what to and to make things interesting. Then Harris packed the strawberry jam on top of the tomato and squeezed it, and they had to pick out the tomato with a teaspoon. Squeezed means crushed. Strawberry means soft, juicy red fruits of the name. Exciting, stimulating. Pies, that means eating things. Now, Harris placed the jar of strawberry jams on the top of the tomatoes. The tomatoes were squeezed by the jar, and then they removed the damaged tomato with the help of a spoon. And then it was George's turn, and he trod on the butter, and I didn't say anything, but I can over and sat on the edges on the table and watched them. It irritated them more than anything I could have said. I felt that it made them nervous and excited, and they stepped on things and put things behind them, and then couldn't find them when they wanted them, and they packed the pies at the bottom and put heavy things on top and smashed the pies in. Now here, what's the meaning of trod? Trod means walked over with heavy feet. Edges, that means margin. Nerves, that means tense or uneasy. Smash, that means broke into pieces. Trod on means stepped on. Now in the next, George stepped on the butter. Jerome remained silent but sat on the edges of the table to watch the action. His silence irritated his friends. They became nervous and stepped on the things. They kept the things behind them, and later, when they wanted them, they could not find them. They placed the pies on the bottom and kept heavier things on them, which smashed the pies. They upset salt over everything, and as for the butter, I never saw two men do more than 1 and 2 pence worth of butter in my whole life. Then they did after George had got it off his slipper. They tried to put it in the kettle. It wouldn't go in, and was in wouldn't come out. They did scrape it out at last and put it down on the chair, and Harris sat on it and it struck to him, and they went looking for it all over the room. Now, what's the meaning of upset? Upset means overturned. Scrap, that means drug or pull. Struck firmly means attached. Now here the boys overturned the can of salt on everything. Jerome says that they created a lots of confusion with the small pieces of butter. He had not seen anyone create so much mess with butter that was worth 1 and 2 pence. 2 pence means meaning it was very small pieces. As they did, George removed it from his slippers and tried to put it into the kettle. As he was unable to do that, he placed it on a chair. Harry sat on it. The butter stuck to him. He stood up and both the boys went around the room looking for the piece of butter. I will take a oath I put it down on that chair, said George, staring at the empty seat. I saw you do it myself not a minute ago, said Harris. Oath means to swear upon something. Staring means looking intensely. Now George looked intensely at the empty seat on which he had packed the butter a few minutes ago. He took an oath of truthfulness that he had placed it there not even a minute ago. Then they started round the room again looking for it, and they meet again in the center of the stared at one another. Once again they searched it in the room. They meet in the middle of the room empty handed. Most extraordinary things I ever heard of, said George. So mysterious, said Harris. Then George got around at the back of Harris and saw it. What is the meaning of indignantly? That means in a manner indicating anger or annoyance at something preserved or unfair. Here George says that the disappearance of the butter was the most amazing thing that he had known. Harry said that the disappearance of the butter was a mystery. George saw the butter sticking to Harry's back and said that it had been there on this wide. Why? Then George got around at the back of Harris and saw it. Why here it is all the time, he explained indignantly. Where? Cried Harris, spinning around. Stand still, can't you? Roared George, flying after him, and they got it off and packed it in the teapot. Now here Harris turned around and asked where it was. George flew to Harry's back and asked him to stand still. They removed the butter and packed it inside the teapot. What happened in the next we see in the next class. Till then, goodbye.